All right. Hello, everyone. We have Sue joining
Did
us.
it.
Hi.
You guys hear me?
Hey, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can.
We are newbies to this Insta Live thing, so bear with us.
Hey, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out.
So, we are here today because it is the internet's birthday.
Man, I feel left out. I don't have any streamers or anything.
I'm sorry, I pulled a surprise on you. I found these in the back of my closet, and I was like, oh, this could be fun.
I love it. I love it.
So, today the internet turns 31.
We're
Can
getting
you
old,
believe?
man.
I know, we are getting old. So 31 years ago, the internet officially became the World Wide Web.
Yeah,
So, yeah, crazy times.
it is.
Well, before we get started talking about this, do you want to introduce yourself, Sue?
Sure. So hey everyone, my name is Suhaib. I am currently the general manager of Bluehost, and I get to work with a phenomenal team whose sole mission in life right now is to help small businesses. So it's a really exciting time, especially right now. We're in unprecedented times where everyone is trying to get online, and so it's a really unique opportunity for us to really help lots of people. So very, very excited about that.
Awesome. Well, tap on the likes if you like what we're saying or if it makes sense. Feel free to ask questions and we'll try to address those as we go. But to kick us off, let's talk about our first memory of the internet. What was your first memory?
Oh God, now you're gonna date me. I'd have to say, before Google Fiber was a thing, I
Oh
remember
dear.
that annoying sound of the modem getting connected to the internet. That
Oh
was
yeah.
not only painful, but also kind of annoying. We think that
Wait,
it's either
what was
that
that
or
sound?
those AOL discs that used to send you like every week in the mail.
Oh, shut up. I don't remember that.
Yeah, see, you're a lot younger than I am.
I was about to say my first memory was Oregon Trail and playing that at school.
Yeah,
Good times, good times. We've come a long
I
way
think we
since
already had
then.
broadband by then, though.
Oh, showing my age. Whoops. Tell us your first memories of the internet in the comments. I'm curious if anyone else remembers Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail was the best. Yeah.
All right. Well, also, I'm curious. I was looking this up before we got on, but how many hours people actually spend on the internet per day? Any guesses out there?
You know what? Between work, school, online gaming, I'm gonna go with 12 hours a day.
12 hours a day? That's it? Actually, that's a lot. I mean, we're awake for like 12 hours,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Well, if you're anything like my nieces and nephews, I mean, they stay glued to either the phone, the computer, or something. So,
True. Well, we'll reveal that answer later if you want to drop some guesses there in the comments.
yeah.
But
I see Chris
also,
is on.
sorry.
I saw Chris just join.
Oh, hey, Chris. How's it going? So, also a trip down memory lane. Do you remember your first AIM name?
Oh God, I don't remember it exactly, but it was something like Mystery Man 89.
Oh,
You know, I guess as a teenager, I thought I was mysterious, and like the 89 is just my birthday, August 9th. So real
uh,
creative, I know. Real
yeah, real creative. It's okay.
What
That's a
was your
little less.
what was your aim name?
Mine was Sassy Cat.
Sassy Cat. Yeah, that still kind of holds true today.
Hey now, hey now. For the record, my cat's name was Sassy, so it wasn't talking about my
Oh, got it.
personality. It
Got
was
it.
my cat's name. Anywho. What about past internet fads? Are there any out there that you wish were still a thing?
You know, we've had so many good ones. I would say bring back the animated gifs.
Animated
You know what? We've gotten
gifs.
too serious over time. Bring back Dancing Baby. That thing.
Yes, the dancing baby. Oh, good times.
I
Good
think that was
times.
the first viral like meme too, wasn't it?
I think
Dancing Baby.
so.
Yeah.
Good times. I mean, I kind of wish gradients would make a comeback.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really loving this.
Dancing Baby has my vote.
Ah, gotcha. Cool. Well, what about internet trends now that small businesses can take advantage of?
There's so much going on right now. I think one of the cool ones I've seen lately has been freemium. So if you're a business and you have an opportunity to provide a digital product or an online course or something that people could try for free before they fully buy into your service, it's a really effective way to give people an opportunity to sort of take you for a test drive. And I think that we're seeing more and more companies going out there and offering something of value to just demonstrate, what it is that they have. And I think if you're going to do something like that, it's important that you just gate them by asking for an email address. That way, you start building up your contact list, and you can stay in touch with folks and make sure you're reaching out with more relevant content. Targeting for promos and sales and things of that nature.
Definitely.
I think another good one. Google My Business, especially when you think about what's happening right now. If you're a local brick and mortar, and I don't know about, depends on where you are in the world or the country, hours of operation are changing, depending on how severe the virus situation is in your local area, you may have to make adjustments to your hours of operation. You may have to make other adjustments. And, using a tool like Google My Business, it's totally free. And it's an easy way for you to quickly update your information and make sure that people have the most relevant info, especially if, again, you're a brick and mortar and you want to show up in Google Maps. So that's another thing I'd call out. Another trend I'm seeing is chatbots. So right now, there's just this unprecedented demand of being online. And a lot of folks are seeing their volume hits to their website go up, a lot of inquiries go up. So if you can use something like chatbots to automatically answer questions, whether it's around your return policy, hours of operation, or anything simple like that, it can just alleviate pressure off of your staff or yourself and allow you to continue focusing on growing the business versus spending time answering mundane questions like that. So those would be a few ideas. I would say that from chatbot tools, there's like IBM Watson, there's like Wobot for WooCommerce, WP Chatbot. There's so many tools out there, and a lot of them are really great. So I would urge you guys to check some of those out.
Definitely. And I'd assume those chatbots help people, with time and saving time from answering some of those questions that chatbots could easily answer, like hours and week out and things like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Good tips. Good tips. What about, you mentioned we're in this unprecedented time. Are there any internet trends that have emerged now that business owners should apply for future crises?
Look, I think the importance, when you look at the diversification of revenue streams, I think that's a really important thing that folks are learning right now. Unfortunately, very painfully in some cases. But if your entire business was built around a physical location or having people show up to purchase goods and services, we're learning really quickly that you need to find a way to complement that, whether that's an integration of e-commerce into a website. Anything that you can do to diversify revenue streams, I think is really, really important. Unfortunately, we're seeing so many people get hit right now that didn't have a website or had a website but didn't enable folks to buy their products or services. That's something I think is going to be an ongoing trend even once this craziness dies down. I think another one is just quick customer communication. Again, things are changing really rapidly right now. So if you're using a tool like a Constant Contact from an email marketing perspective, it's a very easy way for you to get out in front of your customers quickly and easily. And again, just providing them relevant information about your business or any other tips and pointers that you want to give them. I think communication is really, really important, and a tool like email marketing is going to be even more critical as we go forward. And then the last thing, another trend we're really seeing is video conferencing. I mean, I think you're seeing Zoom is just growing by leaps and bounds. You've got Google Hangouts that's growing. I mean, everybody is getting online, and when you're forced to work from home, whether you have a team of one or a team of 1,000, it's nice to be able to see everyone's faces and still find a way to stay connected, even though we're in isolation.
Right. Sure. Have you done any Zoom happy hours yet?
I have, actually. There's some troublemakers that we work with that sent the pizza to my house at like midnight and called me on Hangouts to get my reactions.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, they shall remain unnamed. But we've got some interesting characters we work with here, Em. You know that.
Oh yes, I do. Sneaky people, sneaky people. So what are some of your favorite online tools and resources?
Oh, that's a loaded question. For getting a website online, we're big fans at Bluehost of WordPress. It's open, it's flexible. You can use it to do pretty much anything you want online. And part and parcel with that is WooCommerce. I talked a little bit about the importance of the integration of e-commerce into your website. I really think that's going to be a growing thing that we'll continue to see. And the beautiful thing about WooCommerce, you get all the benefits that you get with WordPress, where it's open, it's flexible, tons of resources out there and services if you get stuck, putting your store together or integrating that into your site. So those are two really cool tools. I'm really a big fan of Slack. I found myself using Slack quite a bit just because we have so many initiatives and things that we're driving at any given time. It's a great way for teams to kind of spin off and work on their own thing with their teams and communicate effectively, share ideas, share files. It's been a really great tool that I've seen our teams leveraging, so I want to share that. And then the last thing I'll say, which has been actually the most important tool that I've been personally using, is LinkedIn. And I think what we're seeing right now, some of us have been very fortunate to have our jobs through, again, what I keep saying is unprecedented times. I don't know a better way of saying that. I think it's important that we reach out, stay connected to our network, and make introductions for those folks that have been impacted. Just do whatever you can to help, right? Because we're all in this together. And LinkedIn has been a great way for me, when folks reach out to me and ask for intros, for me to quickly get folks connected. And just, I think we all have to do our part. So LinkedIn is a great tool to do that.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah. LinkedIn is great right now to connect with people far and wide, for sure.
Sure.
So we're talking a lot about the internet, but what do you do to unplug?
Oh, I do quite a bit. So I'll start off with, you could probably see some of this crazy stuff hanging on my walls. So I do like to produce music. I've had music in a lot of major movies and TV shows. I have not been doing it actively for the five or 7 years. Part of it, we've been busy, but I made a promise to myself that I'm going to be home, that I'm going to actually finish building out my studio. So I'm in the middle of that. You can see some of the acoustic treatment hanging on the wall. So I love doing that. I'm in Arizona, and it is hot as heck right now. It is April, and we're already seeing days at like 105. So yeah, it's crazy. So I'm spending a lot of time in the pool on the weekends with the kids, and it's the only thing that tires them out and gets them to sleep on time. So you'll definitely catch us in the pool on the weekends. And then the last thing I do to unplug is, which I haven't got to do, again, just because of what's going on, is just be on my motorcycle. Especially, I love traveling in general. And so when I can travel and, rent a bike, like I think the most fun trip I've had in the past couple of years was going to Switzerland with a bunch of folks and riding through the Swiss Alps. Beautiful country. If you ever have a chance to go to Switzerland, you should go. You won't regret it.
Oh, so it's on my list.
Yeah, you got to get out there. It's amazing.
One day, maybe once we can travel again.
Yeah, exactly. What kind of bike? I have a few different bikes. The one I like riding the most on long trips is probably my Victory cross country.
Ooh.
I had a Harley. I had to get rid of it because it's like 110, 120 out here in the summer. And for those of you that know anything about motorcycles, those are air cooled and they get really, really hot. So no more Harleys for me. They're too hot to ride in the summer.
Not in that 105-degree heat.
No, you don't have to count one of those.
All right. Well, what about the future? What sort of trends can we foresee coming down the pipeline?
I talked a little bit about this, but I think e-commerce is going to be very, very important as we go forward. We are seeing a lot of folks come online, and whether they're starting a blog or a website, they're asking us for help integrating some aspect of e-commerce into their online presence. So it doesn't mean you have to even have a full-fledged store, right? It could be, hey, I'm starting a blog and I want to sell my fitness workout book, right? And you're going to need that capability built in, because I do think this is probably going to change us to some degree forever. And I think folks are going to realize that we don't want to be so dependent on having to go to a physical location to provide a product or service. So just try to get out in front of that, because I do think this is going to be an ongoing trend as we go forward. I think video conferencing, digital conferences. I think that we're going to see video is great, but now that this is becoming, it's just exploding, I think we're going to see companies building new software to really help us engage online, especially those of us with very large teams. Again, video is just one aspect of it. I don't know, I don't have the answers, but I do know that there's probably going to be more tools and more companies focused on how do you build a really great virtual experience so you can do things like digital conferences and you don't have to have 1,000 people in a room to have an effective meeting. So I think that's going to be an ongoing trend. And I think working from home, this has been eye-opening for me. We've got great partners that we work with that use an only work from home model, and they're really, really great at it. And I think that our team, kudos to them. They moved at lightning pace to get everybody safe and home. And people are really enjoying it. I mean, I think some of us are itching to get back in the office. I'm not much of a homebody myself, so I like to be around people. But I will say, I'm hearing a lot of feedback around people that are saying we should talk about work from home as a longer term thing and give folks an option and just kind of figure out what that looks like. So again, I don't have the answers, but I do think that that's going to be an ongoing trend for a lot of companies wherever you can. So I think that's probably going to continue on after this is all over.
Definitely. I know I'm hearing a lot of companies talking about working from home.
Yeah, exactly.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, to close us out, I guess we'll reveal that number.
Yeah, how close was I? Or how far off was I should say?
You were about double over.
Woo!
So people use the internet about 6 hours and 42 minutes per day a year.
Wow, that's actually way lighter than I thought it'd be.
Yeah, but if you add that up, it equates to 100 days per year.
Okay, maybe that is pretty crazy.
It's a lot. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Well, happy birthday, Internet. Thank
Happy
you for
birthday.
joining us, Sue.
I love the hat. You're going to have to wear that on some of the other meetings.
I plan on using this bad boy a lot more because it scares my cats away, so they don't bug me.
Cool. Well, thanks for having me on.
Sure thing. Thank you, everybody.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.